Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled to the New Hampshire International Speedway for the New Hampshire 60. This is going to be race number 7 in the More Freedom series, season 5. And just like the weather outside, the points race is hopefully heating up. Let's go through your current top 10. Your points leader is still the 666 of Pistol Pete. Second's going to be the 77 of Zip. Third will be the 38 of Baseman. Fourth will be the 710 of Roddy. Fifth will be the 34 of Super Snake. Sixth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Seventh will be the 799 of Mike Check. Eighth will be the 72 of Duchess. Ninth will be the 88 of NM. And rounding out your top 10 will be a three-way tie with the 51 of AJM, the 203 of Signs, and the 13 of King of the Aces. So a three-way tie for the 10th position there. Let's go through your current team and chassis standings. Amish Buggy Racing still leads the way. Aces to Z Motorsports second. Douche Motorsports third. Score Racing fourth. And rounding out the top 5 will be MBR. Chassis standings look like this. Chevy, Dodge, and Toyota. So that's a look at all things points here for this New Hampshire 60. They're getting these cars fired up. They're getting them dialed in. And I think it's about time. So let's go race it. As they get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10. Starting on the pole will be the 799 of Mike Check, and on his outside, the 96 of Nico. Starting third will be the 999 of Deviant, and on his outside, the 72 of Duchess. Starting fifth will be the 07 of Douchebaggins, and on his outside, the 66 of Hondo. Starting seventh will be the 23 of Fuller Than You, and on his outside, the 51 of AJM. Starting ninth will be the 666 of Pistol Pete, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 203 of Signs. So that's a look at your starting top 10 today for this New Hampshire 60. It should be an exciting, crazy affair here at New Hampshire with the 799 of Mike Check leading us down to take the green flag. His teammate in the form of the 999 of Deviant starting there right behind him. 3 Douche Motorsports drivers back there with the 72, the 07, and the 66. Also, the 203 is Signs starting, I believe, in the top 10 as well. Leading us down to the green flag is that 799 of Mike Check. The green flag is out. We're underway here for the New Hampshire 60. Down into turn 1 they go with Mike Check out on the point right now. And the 96 of Nico running high as it's a fairly flat track here at New Hampshire. Nick is looking like he's going to be able to keep that second position over the 799 of Mike Check. Your leader right now into turn 3 and 4. The 799 of Mike Check as we have a three-way battle back here in the back of the pack. Let's jump back there and catch up to it as we see the 23 of Fuller Than You has the 203 of Signs sandwiched between himself and the 72 of Duchess right now, as we see the 66 of Hondo drop down right there in front of the 88 of NM. Last week's winner, the 38 of Baseman there as well. Let's bring up your timing and scoring as we have a battle for the lead with the 96 of Nico pushing out to the bottom and around the 799 of Mike Check. That True Moo Dodge for MBR out to the point here at New Hampshire. So lap 2, the 96 able to take away the lead from the 799. We'll see if the 999 actually can pull up, catch up to Mike Check and possibly make a pass there on him as well, as, again, that's Nico out to the point here at New Hampshire. He's had a rough season so far, knock on wood for him, as he currently runs in the 32nd in points. Definitely needs a good day here, could go for another win and to boost his overall career standings. Mike Check currently running, he's 7th in the points, so he's having a decent year so far. We'll jump back here as we see the 23 of Fuller Than You now getting worked on by the 203 of Signs. So Signs down to the inside. One of the 23 of Fuller Than You making a pass here. This is a battle on the track for the 4th position right now, as Signs looks like he's going to be able to take that away from Paul as they head down the backstretch into 3 and 4. We got a big battle back here in the back, well, not in the back of the pack, the middle of the pack here, between the 66 of Hondo, the 07 of DB, we got the 88 of NM, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So a lot of Douche Motorsports drivers right here as Twisted drops it down to the inside on the 88 of NM. She's going to make it 3 wide with the 88 and the 07. Looks like she's going to get a good run on the bottom here. NM jumps to the top right there in front of the 07 of Douche Baggins. Twisted's going to take away 2 positions here as we see the 8 of Moon Bunny give a little tap to the 13 of King of the Aces. Gives him a little bit of bump, pushes him hard into the turn. It's like, hey, hurry up, get out of the way. I want to get those positions too, as here comes last week's winner, the 38 of Baseman, down to the inside of the 51 of AJM, and the 07 of Douche Baggins right here. So DB's about to get passed by the 51 of AJM, as well as we watch the 13 of King of the Aces working on the 88 of NM. So Coda down to the inside of NM here as they are working lap number 5, working lap number 6 actually. Lots of good passing going on as we see Twisted is just making a huge run to the front of this field right now. She is just absolutely knocking down the door on all of these drivers as she is now up in 2. She's making that pass on the 23 of Pulf. That is for the 5th position. She's about to make the pass on the 999 of Deviant as well for the 4th position. So Twisted has a hot rod underneath her here today as she is now working into the top 5 after starting 17th on the day. Twisted now up to, I believe, the 4th position. As we see the 96 of Nico just out here making laps, cruising right now. We'll see what happens when pit stops start to go, and we'll see how that goes today. Because we all know how pit stops are here in the More Freedom Series. As we see the 203 of Signs has now gotten around the 799 of My Check, and here comes the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. The 999 of Deviant has fallen back a little bit right now to the clutches of the 23 of Fuller Than You, as we see Coda making a push to the front. As the 88 of NM now trying to work down to the inside of the 66 of Hondo. Hondo's going to be able to keep to the back bumper of the 13 of King of the Aces right here. So Hondo for Douche Motorsports having a good run here today, as well as we see the 23 of Fuller Than You down to the inside of the 999 of Deviant. Checking in on the front as we see Mike Check loses 2 positions to 2 more Douche Motorsports drivers, the 203 of Signs and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So Signs is going to start the process of running down the 96 of Nico, as you can see him already in the picture. Douche Motorsports is putting on a clinic here today as they have pushed 2 drivers into the top 5, as we see the 66 of Hondo in 8th currently. And this is a huge run for both the 203 and the 33. So Signs started 10th. Again, Twisted started 17th. They're currently kind of working together right now. They're about the same. They knocked about 0.3 of a second off of Nick's lead this last time around. So Twisted and Signs are pushing out here to the front, but Keeping It Twisted, again, she has an amazing car here today at New Hampshire. She is just hammered down, folks, and she is making laps. She's making moves. She is pushing to the front. It's an impressive run for Twisted here today for Douche Motorsports, and I mean, she easily passes the 203 of Signs and is now setting her sights on the 96 of Nico, and I think she's going to be able to run him down with ease here, as Nick has led 10 of the first 11 laps, working lap number 12 here. I always say you can catch the leader, but can you pass him? And I don't know here. Like, I don't know if Twisted's going to have an issue with passing Nick here because her car is absolutely hooked up here today at New Hampshire. And I mean, not just her car. The Signs has got a pretty good hot rod underneath him too. looking for her second career win, and the second win of the season is that 333 of Keeping It Twisted. And she is now to the back bumper of the 96 of Nico here on lap number 14, as she jives down to the inside to battle for the lead here at New Hampshire. Easily, I think Twisted might have an easy run here on the inside around that the 96 of Nico. Nick fighting back on the outside right now as Twisted down to the inside. She's going to lead that lap. She's going to take over the lead here from the 96. He battles on the outside, but that low line here at New Hampshire is the way around this track. So Twisted coming from the 17th position to take over the top spot. That's just it's an amazing run for, I can't even say it enough, like an amazing run right now for the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Excuse me. So she's might be spoiling Nick's possible 6th win here in the More Freedom Series. And it would be his sixth win in the More Freedom Series. And I'm going to see how many overall wins he would have at that point. He would have 8 overall wins, but I think the 333 of Keeping It Twisted is probably going to be the spoiler here, as he's kind of keeping up with her, but she is extending that lead just a little bit here and there. Let's check back through this field. Good look at that beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car. The 799 of Mike Check, your pulse hitter. He's currently let's actually go through the top 10. Your leader is the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Second's going to be the 96 of Nikos. Third will be the 203 of Signs. Fourth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Fifth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Sixth will be the 88 of NM, I do believe. Seventh's probably going to be the 23 of Fuller Than You as they watch this battle here for the 6th position. Fuller's still keeping it on the outside, so Fuller's still in 6th. NM back to 7th. 8th is going to be the 38 of Baseman. 9th will be the 25 of JTM, who started 23rd here today. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 999 of Deviant. Outside pole sitter, the 07 of Douchebaggin's falling back right now. He is back to the 22nd position, so front runner early going for that 07 of DB, and he has fallen back right now as we see the 544 Frederick Winklevoss battling with the 66 of Hondo here, as we see the 51 of AJM looking to take over the 10th position from the 999 of Deviant. As we see NM falling back right now as the 38 of Baseman and the 25 of JTM look like they're both probably going to take away that position from him. Battle on the track for the 7th position as the 25 of JTM, just tired of running behind the 38 of Baseman. He's dropping down to the inside of the 38. He's making it 3 wide with his teammate. They're getting the Baseman sandwich here as they drag race down the front stretch. The Baseman in the middle. NBR cars on the outside and inside. JTM dropping it into the bottom line here. Fantastic run. JTM going to take away 2 spots. One from the 38 and one from the 88, but they battle on the outside as we head down the backstretch. So Twisted extending her lead right now by 1.4 seconds over the 96 of Nico as we watch the battle on the track right now for the 7th and 8th position. 7th, 8th, and 9th as JTM able to take that position away from both the 38 and the 88 as Baseman almost gives him a little bit of love tap into the turn. Just saying, hey, I'm still here, man. Like, I'm still racing with you. But JTM is extending that lead over both of those, the 38 and the 88s. As that's allowing the 51 of AJM, another NBR driver, to catch up here. We'll catch up to the front of this field and check out the 333 of Keeping It Twisted, who has put up a 1.69 second lead over second place of the 96 of Nico. I saw a huge battle in the back here with the 14, the 29 of Wishbone Attack, who started 37th on the day, has now made his way up to the 14th position. along with the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. She started in I'm checking the starting lineup for her today. She even started in the starting line. No, there she is. She started 31st here today. So great run for the 29 and the 14. They have now worked themselves up to the 12th and 13th position. As we see the 51 of AJM battling with his old man, the 88 of NM right here. NM not letting the youngster get around him as he will power that car down the backstretch into 3 and 4 and keep his position. As we now see the 23 of Fuller Than You losing his spot to the 25 of JTM. We'll check back up here at the front of this field as Twisted, again, still extending her lead by another half a second up to 2.4 as we're working lap number 24 here today. So Twisted has led 10 laps so far, Nico 12, and Mike Check has led 1 lap. So Twisted, I'm, again, most impressive here. 17th to 1st right now. We'll see what second half of this race brings as we close in on halfway. We've got about 5 laps to go till halfway. As we'll check back here as we see the 25 at JTM, who historically, you know, I remember him being really good here at New Hampshire. So doing pretty decent right now, again, after starting in the 23rd position. Got a lineup of cars as the 51 of AJM now down to the inside again on the 88 of NM. This is a battle for the 9th position, 9th and 10th, I do believe, as we see the 29 of Wishbone Attack down on the inside of the 8 of Moon Bunny and the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. So Liz trying to take away that position from the 8 of Moon Bunny, and that is for the 11th position. So Duchess, who started the day in the 4th position, she is they must have missed that setup on the 72 of Duchess here today, as she has fallen all the way back to last position right now. She's actually only about 4 seconds in front of the 333. That's a tongue twister of keeping it twisted. As we watch the 00 of Mudbone 3 wide with the 49 and the 20 back here we're basically looking at 38th, 36th, 37, and 38th right now. There's your points leader, the 666 of Pistol Pete, running way back here in the back, as well as Twisted will take over the top laps led here today, as we see the 72 or the 799 of Mike Check is in. So we're going to keep up with keeping it twisted. And I think Twisted is into the pits. Yeah, so Twisted is into the pits. We'll watch the 96 of Nico here. See what he does coming around. We'll see if he jumps into the pits. 2 laps to go till halfway. So the 96 of Nico looks like he is dropping off the track. He is into the pits. And we're going to see what he does. See, the Kurt 13 of King of the Aces was racing into the pits as well. Oh, goodness. He's going to have to slow up, so that's going to be detrimental here. He had to slow up for the 420 of Queen of Hearts. So he is into the pits. And hopefully they can make it all the way. Trying to get a good camera angle. He's got left sides and right side, so 4-tire stop for the 96 of Nico here. Fuel going into that True Moo Dodge for MBR. He is finally down and away. He's going to get out of there. We saw the 333 of Keeping It Twisted go around. There comes the 96 or the 203 of Signs. So having to slow down in the pits for people getting in and out of their stall is going to be hurtful towards his potential winning here today. I don't think the 710 Arati is the leader, but we never know. You never know. I think it's going to be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Twisted's got that car fired up. He's about to put She's about to put her teammate, the 72 of Duchess, a lap down. We do see 72 of Duchess go a lap down here. So not sure what happened with Duchess here today, but I don't think they just hit the setup on that car. She fell from front to back, and it just does not look like she's having a great day behind the wheel here today for the 72 of Duchess. Twisted's car, though, she has that thing hooked up today for Douche Motorsports, and she's looking impressive. Very, very impressive here today. She put the 20 of Adam B. a 5,000 lap down. She's got the 49 of Jetman a lap down. She's about to put last season's points champion, the 00 Mudbone, a lap down. So Twisted is on, a little bit of a squirrely there as she came off the turn, hooking it hard left. She got a little bit sideways, able to keep that car underneath her. She's driving around the 00 Mudbone right now. So all the power that she had to the back wheel, she kept that thing straight, was able to get around and she's able to get around the 00 Mudbone. She's going to set her sights on the 95 of Zed Brunna and the 666 of Pistol Pete. She's going to try to put the points leader a lap down here today. We'll catch back up to her as we see the 203 of Signs getting around the 72 of Duchess now. So your current top 10, again, your leader is the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Second's going to be the 203 of Signs. Third will be the 96 of Nico. Fourth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Fifth will be the 25 of JTM. Sixth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Seventh will be the 38 of Baseman. Eighth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Ninth will be the 29 of JTM. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 10 of Scooter. So Scooter finally makes his presence into the top 10. Who would have thunk it? He started 26 here today. We haven't talked much about him this season. Currently running 33rd in points. Needs a great points day here. I mean, we're 6 races in. Running our 7th race right now. And every point, every position is going to count for the end of this season, as he currently runs about 225 points behind the points leader, the 666 of Pistol Pete. He's going to have contention here in the top 10 by the 8 of Moon Bunny. Moon Bunny currently running 6th in points. She's having a great year so far. Knock on wood. I didn't give her the announcer's curse. We'll keep jumping back through this field, see how people are doing as we see the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. The 77 of Zip, who started dead last today, has now worked himself up to currently in the 17th position. He actually probably is into the 15th position right now. Once timing and scoring updates. So the Wienermobile up to the 15th position here at New Hampshire. See some of those early front runners have fallen back a little bit, as the 88 of NM back to the 19th position. The 999 of Deviant battling with his teammate, the 300 of Resemble. This is way back here for the 21st position, as we see 23rd position going to Hondo right now. Mel Say What down to the inside of the 33 of Harvey Jones. Dash, the 47 of Dash, may follow along here. So Mel down to the inside of the 33. We'll see if Harvey Jones can battle on the outside here, as Dash going with Harvey. A little bit of draft, just a little bit of draft down the backstretch, I think, is what helped Harvey to stay in that position. We'll keep jumping back through this field as we see the 07 of Douche Baggins, who started way up at the front as well, falling all the way back to 32nd on the day. Checking in on your leader, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. She has a 3.4 second lead up over the second place of the 203 assigned. She has now put Pistol Pete. Now Pistol Pete got his lap back. Oh, looking at the wrong order there. Jetman, Adam, Mudbone, and Duchess have all gone a lap down to your leader, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So we saw Twisted come in about 4 laps before halfway, 4 or 5 laps before halfway. So, you have the pace lap and then we go green. So it's not, you know, if they didn't get all the fuel in on, you know, your questions are arising as to whether Twisted can make it all the way to the end of this race. I want to say, you know, even Nico, who came in a lap or two afterwards, is he going to have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race? And she may, and that may be the conversation they're going on right now as we see the 20 of Adam B5000 trying to make that pass, get his lap back. We'll see the 49 of Jetman drop down to the inside of that 20 of Adam B5000. So Adam, Mudbone, and Jetman trying to stay here with your leader, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted, possibly get their laps back. And so what I'm saying is that her dominant car that she had just a few laps ago is not as dominant right now. And is that due to the fact that she possibly needs to conserve fuel in the second half of this run to make it to the finish of this race? As we'll jump back through this field as we see the 20, the 49, and the 00 probably going to get their laps back here. We'll see what Twisted does. I mean, best part is, you know, like you kind of cruise around, follow behind them, you know, get in the draft, save a little fuel. Don't have to race with the lap cars. So let them go and then keep racing, because you're still 3.8 seconds up over second place of the 203 assigns. So we'll check back in here on the 203 assign. Actually, now your second place car is going to be the 96 of Nico. Where is the 203 assign? Oh, there he is. There he is. So Nico has now taken over the second position from the 203 assigns, as well as we see the 72 of Duchess, who is, again, a lap down. She is going to be passed here by the 799 of Mike Check, probably the 203 assigns. It looks like the 25 of JTM has now caught up to all these drivers as Mike Check into the third position and signs back to fourth right now. So we're watching this battle on the track for basically the second position right now, as, again, Twisted has a 3.7 second lead over all of these drivers right here. So Nico into the second position, and again, we have to mention it, not just with Twisted, but we have to mention it with Mike Check and possibly Signs and JTM and Nico stopping before halfway. Are they going to make it to the finish? As we have about 17, we're going to find out in about 17 laps, really, who's going to make it to the finish of this race, who's going to win it, as we're going to see if Nico can make that run to catch up to Twisted. So Twisted is now only 2.8 seconds up over the 96 of Nico, and she is losing time fast. We'll see what she's doing right now as the 00 Mudbone is able to get around her and get his lap back. So if there possibly is a caution, it could be beneficial and helpful towards that 00 Mudbone, the 49 of Jetman, and the 20 of Adam B5000. Bunch this field back up. You never know what can happen at the end of this race. So Mike Check and Nico have broken away from the pack and are going to try to push up to catch to the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. It is going to be a wild, crazy finish, I think, here at New Hampshire, as Twisted is now only 2 seconds up over your second place car, the 96 of Nico, and the 799 of Mike Check. And also, Mike Check could play spoiler to Nick finishing second. I mean, Mike started on the pole, Nick outside pole. So we know that they have a couple good cars here today. And the end of this run is going to it's going to tell us the story here of how good those cars actually are, as we see Mike Check and the Red Rooster Toyota for the Drop Bear Racing Team to the back bumper of the 96 of Nico, as they've knocked about another 4/10 of a second off the lead of the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So can the pole sitter actually win a race here this season in the More Freedom Series? As Mike Check, hard left, a little bit squirrely off the turn, not able to make that pass. We'll see if he dives down to the inside here into turn one. He's right to the back bumper of the 96 of Nico, as they are 1 second off the lead of the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. If they stick together here, they may be able to get that draft, catch up to Twisted, and make the pass. But I don't know that Mike's going to wait. I think he's going to try a pass here any lap now, as Nick may have gotten the draft of the 333 as he breaks away by it was like half a car length, as now it's basically a car length between himself and the leader, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted, the 96 of Nico, to the back bumper. He's going to drop down to the inside. The 799 of Mike Check's going to go with him. Battle for the lead here on lap number 49 with 10 laps to go. Your leader on the track now, the 96 of Nico himself and the 799 of Mike Check have battled from about 4 seconds back to catch up to the 333, as Mike Check down to the inside. So your pole sitter finally just able to just battle back, as he had fallen back, fifth place, 3, 4, 5 seconds back, has battled his way back up to the front of this field. He's racing right now with the 96 of Nico, with the 333 of Keeping It Twisted right there in their rearview mirror. As we have to mention, the 77 of Zip has now entered the fray and is only it's saying 2 seconds, but I think it's a little bit closer than that now. So Mike Check and Nico battle for the race lead, as we see the 77 of Zip now to the back bumper and down to the inside of the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So Zip for Amish Buggy Racing, who started dead last on the field, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile up to third, looking for more. Now under 10 laps to go here at New Hampshire. Your leader on the track, the 799 of Mike Check. Second's going to be the 96 of Nico, but it looks like the 77 of Zip, who started dead last, may be the car to beat here today, as he has now battled up to the third position, and he has wasted no time. I think you're going to see him make a move on the 96 of Nico and probably the 799 of Mike Check here in just a couple laps, as they're about to catch up to the 00 of Mudbone. You do see that drop down to the inside for the 77 of Zip. He's going to be late on the brakes into turn one. Nick's going to give him the room. No sense battling, as the 77 of Zip definitely has the better car right now. So amazing run, as he now down to the inside of the 799 of Mike Check. So rookie on the season, the 77 of Zip, who runs second in the points to his teammate, the 666 of Pistol Pete. Amish Buggy Racing, you cannot say enough about him this season, has just put together a great program for this year. They are up by 60 points in the team standings, and they now have another driver out to the front of this field in the form of the 77 of Zip. So this could be their third win, I believe their third win of the season this year for the for Amish Buggy Racing, as Zip is now putting the 00 of Mudbone a lap down, as I believe we just saw the 799 of Mike Check enter the pits here. So Zip is, maybe he played conserve the fuel, and he is just, he's off. He's gone like a shotgun. He is just gone. He's gone. He is just passing cars like there's no tomorrow. That's how fast that car is right now. He's able to put up a 1.2 second lead right now over the 96 of Nico, who may be conserving fuel here. As we see the 799 of Mike Check coming back out on the track. We're watching the 77 of Zip as he is your leader here on the track. So looking for, oh, he is into the pits. He is into the pits, folks. So Zip enters the pits. I'm trying to catch up to your leader, the 96 of Nico, with 4 laps to go. We know he stopped a couple laps after the 333 and the 799 as he battles right now with lap traffic. Could be detrimental because you know how it goes when they try to enter the pits in this group pack. As we see the 00 of Mudbone and the 40 of Veteran Chaos into the pits. Here comes the 96 of Nico. The 38 of Baseman, I think, might. Nope, he won't take over the lead. Not sure who's going to take over the lead here, but the 96 is your leader as he comes down the pit road. Has to slow down for the 33 of Harvey Jones, which, again, bad luck for the 96 of Nico as he works all the way down pit road towards his stall. Watching those cars go around right now. There goes the 88 of NM. I would just go fuel only. There goes Hondo. Fuel going in. He's down. He's away. There's the 25 of JTM. There's the 77 of Zip. So we're watching this 25 of JTM right now, who could be your leader here. We're going to have to wait until everything shakes out. JTM, having started 23rd here today, may have just put his car out to the front. Again, that no fault of the 96 or his team, but that congestion on pit road, as I believe your leader is the 25 of JTM. He's going to be coming down. He's going to get the white flag this time around for your leader, the 25 of JTM. 660 of Garrett Miller, sandwiched by Amish Buggy Racing cars right now. He's going to take the white flag here. 1 lap to go for the 25 of JTM, starting 23rd on the day. Just an amazing pit stop, puts him out to the lead. The 96 falls back to 4th position after getting held up in the pits. I don't think that the 77 of Zip is going to be able to catch him. Coming down the backstretch, he drops down to the inside of the 660 of Garrett Miller. He's going to try to put Garrett a lap down right here on the last lap. Coming down the front stretch, your winner here today at New Hampshire is the 25 of JTM. I am just flabbergasted again this week that we have another new winner here in the series of this season. The 25 of JTM, after starting 23rd on the day. Fantastic pit stop, late race pit stop by the 25. Gets in, gets that splash of fuel. He gets out an amazing time and ends up being able to win this race. Let's go through your finishing top 10. Again, your winner is the 25 of JTM. Second, after starting dead last, will be the 77 of Zip. Third will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Fourth will be the 96 of Nico. Fifth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Sixth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Seventh will be the 999 of Deviant. Eighth will be the 10 of Scooter. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 38 of Baseman. So awesome run for JTM here today. If this racing has been amazing these last few races, and if it can't get any better, we head to our first road course of the year. We head to Watkins Glen for the Watkins Glen 44 next week. And we all know how that goes, as we have a road course master, I feel like, in the 356 of Ice Cream some days. We'll see if she can, what she does next week at Watkins Glen. Let's go through your current points. See who I'm assuming that probably Zip may have taken over the lead here for as your points leader, but you're seeing all of that on the screen right now. Let's also check in on your team and chassis standings. Good day for MBR, good day for Amish Buggy Racing. Seeing all those team and chassis on the screen. Well, what a race here today at New Hampshire. Congratulations to the 25 at JTM. He is your winner in amazing fashion, coming from the 23rd starting position, winning this race. Great last ditch pit stop right there. Late race pit stop by the 25 and the MBR crew, getting him out to the front of this field. Also great race. Can't say enough about the 77 and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. So Zip and Twisted also had fantastic races. Zip starting last, Twisted starting 17th, ended up finishing second and third there. But, awesome race for the 25 at JTM. Puts another race win onto his career standings. That's going to be 10 race wins overall between the IROC series and the More Freedom series for the 25 at JTM. He's actually your career standings leader combined with the More Freedom series and the IROC series. So congratulations to him. Another win for him. And we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen for the Watkins Glen 44. And until then, take care.